We had a pretty good season this year. It didn't go as we expected, but we had a good season. We made bonding with our families, with each of our teammates, coaches. We had a good ups and downs, and overall we had a good season. Everybody made plays. Everybody loved playing with each other, and it was just happy.
In the beginning of the season, we were two separate teams, JV and varsity, but we merged as one, and so we spent most of football season getting acclimated with each other. Now we're looking forward to basketball season and competition, where we're really excited to show Park Rose what we have in store.
Our cheer season, we didn't get off to a really good start, but we had a new coach come along, and we showed more improvement. Next season, I'm really looking forward to see the crowd really get involved with us and show more spirit, more positive spirit.
As my 13th season as boys head coach for soccer for Park Rose High School, it definitely looked like it was going to be a rebuilding year, but it wasn't that whatsoever. We were very competitive, very strong in one of the toughest athletic conferences in the state. We were 5-8 overall. 3-5 in league, tied for 6th place for that, almost getting into that play-in spot. So we missed it just a little bit. But more importantly than that was definitely building these young boys into young men is one of the things that keeps me coming back year after year. And that is definitely what I like to do and why I keep coming back year after year.
This season, our team managed to grow exponentially on and off the pitch. I'm proud of my team for being able to be more supportive and mature. Something I'll remember this season is going on the party bus to Mountain View. It was really fun on the way back. We did not manage to go to playoffs this year, but I'm sure that next year we will and be a lot better.
The season went well. It was very surprising preseason though. We scored and beat teams that we usually wouldn't beat, like Forest Grove. Dorothy and I are very proud of the team, especially given that we only had the one team and a very thin roster. The players fought hard and never gave up despite many injuries throughout the season. This year alone, we've scored a total of 58 goals in 14 games. This was a season high for our Lady Broncos.
It was a really good season. We started out with a 6-0 record, so that was pretty good. And we played together as a team really well, and it was a lot of fun, and everyone was very positive and helpful to each other. We had a lot of injuries for some of our games, so a lot of our players weren't able to play for a while, so that was kind of bad. But altogether, we all did really well.
So our season started back in May, and our girls went through spring training and dedicated a lot of their free time to be able to fight for positions within our program. We continued into the summer, and the girls took their own initiative to be able to come out every morning that we had practice to help make ourselves better. Once our season started, we began to compete against many of the teams that are the top 10 in our state, leaving us at 6th place. But I felt like that was a good position for us considering the teams that are in our league and how tough they play.
So overall, I believe that all three teams did really well. The JV2 girls, they improved so much from the beginning of the season to the end of the season. The JV2 girls also worked very hard. We played really hard during the games and conditioned a lot too to get us where we are. Varsity, there was a time where they got 2nd place at a tournament, and that was really good too. And I just believe that all three teams worked really hard to get to where we are.
The season was really good. We had larger numbers than we've had in a long time, more girls, more competitive and faster boys. We made it to state, and that's for the 2nd year in a row. We haven't done that for almost 20 years. We even had a bunch of new runners come out who have never run before, ended up competing and running really strongly at the end of the year. So overall, it was a great season for all the kids.
We started out during the summer, early summer. There were races on Wednesdays for people who wanted to go do that. We practiced a lot, and a lot of us got a lot better. We had Abdueli, he went to state this year, and he ran really well. He was our fastest runner by far. A lot of our runners improved a great deal from last year, a lot of new personal records. We had a lot of new people join us this year. I was a little worried that we wouldn't have enough people to form a team, but a lot of people came out this year and proved to be really great runners, so I was really happy with this season.
For the girls, I thought it was a very successful season. We didn't have the numbers in the beginning. We ended up finishing the season with 8 girls. It wasn't a success as far as wins and losses goes, but it was just maximizing our potential, playing hard, staying together, and most importantly, having fun.
So we started out with 6 players. The team is supposed to be 7 players, but since at the beginning of the team we started with 6, we had to play man down. We finally got our 7th player towards the beginning of the season. We played every single second of the game. We got tired, we were inexperienced, but as we went along, each game got better and better. We actually progressed in our performance. Lots of people were actually surprised about how well we were doing because we're such a small team, smallest team probably out of all of the schools that we've played, and we won quite a few of our games, so I think the season went pretty well.
For the boys, again, we had a better season than last year. Not a lot of returning players as far as experience goes, but they all competed, played hard. The highlight of our year was, we won a bunch of games, but lost to the eventual 6A runner-up team in Barlow twice, only one by 1 point, another by 2. But they never gave up. They always played hard and, again, most importantly, had fun.
We had quite a few returning players this time around, and we had a lot of new players come in that really stepped up towards the end of the season, just as players and leaders as well. And not just the captains themselves, but as the other players, who just saw flaws going on. But we played much smarter and much harder than we did last year.